In this video, I will show you how to use SlideMaster and a few other little-known editing tools to help you quickly create a slideshow presentation. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up a Google Slide. I'm going to type in slides.new and it opens up a new Google Slides for me. The next thing I'm going to do is add some slides and some content. So I'm going to right-click on this one, click on New Slide. This is now the layout, title, and body, which is exactly what I want. This is the layout, the title with the subtitle. And I'm going to add one more slide. I'm going to change this layout to 2 columns. So I'm going to click on Slide, Apply Layout, and add 2 columns. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of content. So I'm just going to call this Slide 1. The next one will be Slide 2, and the next Slide 3. So SlideMaster helps you add content to every single slide, so you're not manually adding content to every single slide. One of the things I like to do is to add my email address to every slide and maybe like the month and date. So let's go over to the SlideMaster. You click on Slide, Edit Master. And you'll see here that my third slide is highlighted, and it's also highlighting this slide, which is the title with 2 columns. If I add anything to here, it's only going to add content to the slide layout title with 2 columns. I want it to add to every slide. So I'll click on the master, which is called master and will be used by all slides. So now I'll add my email address and the year by inserting text. So I'm going to click on this text box and draw a big text box and then type in my email address. Then I'm going to format it a little bit. The next thing I can do is add an image or a logo to every single slide. So I'll do that by clicking on Insert, Image from Web, and I'll add Wolfie to every single slide. You can also format this so it's a little bit transparent. Right-click on the image, click on Format Options, and then Adjustments. I'm going to close SlideMaster. I can see that I've added my logo and my email address with the date on every slide. Now I'll show you how to add slides, but skip them. So that way when you're presenting, you can skip over some slides that are not necessary for your audience to view. So I'll add a slide here, new slide, and I'll call this one Test. So I have 4 slides here. If I wanted to skip one, I'll just right-click on it and then skip. And then when I present, here's slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. Skipping the test slide. Next, I'll show you how you can jump to other slides or link to other slides from slides. So for example, if on slide 3 I wanted to jump to slide 1, I can add a link to slide 1 by right-clicking on it and then clicking on Link. And then here I can paste the link or whatever link I want, but I want to jump to a slide in this presentation. So I'll expand that and then click on slide 1. So now when I present this slide, if I click on here, it'll jump to slide 1 for me. Another cool thing you can do is voice type your notes. So I'm going to make my notes a little bit bigger. It's my notes section. and I'm going to click on Tools, Voice Type Speaker Notes. Click to speak. So I'm going to click on that, and then now whatever I say, it'll voice type into the notes. This will save me time from having to type. Next, I'll show you how to add linked data, a linked chart. So let's say you have a spreadsheet that already has a chart in it. You can link it onto your slideshow, and then whenever the spreadsheet updates and the chart updates, it'll update in your slideshow automatically. So I'm going to Insert, Chart from Sheets that already has a chart on it. The spreadsheet that I'm going to use is one of our training lists, and it has two charts in that spreadsheet. I'm going to click on that and click on Import. And then now I have a linked chart. If I ever wanted to go to the source, I can click on here and then click on Open Source, and it'll bring me to the spreadsheet. But let's say I don't have a spreadsheet, but I still need a chart, and that chart will be continually updated. I can go to Insert, Chart, and I'm going to pick one of my charts here, so I'm going to click on Pi. It's inserting a chart. I'm going to just resize this a little bit. And it has just some random numbers, but I'm going to change that. I'm going to click on this and then open the source, and I'm going to change this. I'm going to call this one blue. Maybe it's Team Blue, and there's 10 points, and then Team Red, which has 15 points, and there's no other team. And I'm going to call this 2020. Okay, so now when I go back to my spreadsheet, it's asking me if I want to update it. So I'll click on Update, and then there's my new chart with the correct data. I can always go to this spreadsheet and update the data, and then click on an Update button here to update the chart into my presentation. You can find all your linked data by going to Tools, Linked Objects, and you can see here that the linked objects in this spreadsheet is my training class list and an untitled presentation that has the pie chart. And that's it. Thank you for watching.